I'm going to show you what those colours are in just a second. First of all though, I just wanted to talk a little bit about Sale-a-bration. Yeah, sorry, I'm just checking that we're online. Yeah, just want to talk a little bit about Sale-a-bration and the Spring Summer catalogue. Both of these are live as of today. So you can, well, I'm going to say you can order from them, but at the minute there's a little bit of a problem with the, what's the word, the systems. And I've just realised that I am at a funny angle, so I'm just going to move my camera, get it to the right angle for you all, bear with. That will be a better angle. So I'm using a new live stream thing, so I'm just getting used to it. So that should be better. Yes, and that is much better. So yeah, Sale-a-bration starts today. If you don't know what that is, you can choose anything for free off from this brochure. For every £45 you spend, you get to choose something for free, which is awesome. I'm going to be using a Sale-a-bration stamp set for today's colour challenge, and yeah, it's great. You can, there's so many freebies, and I have actually, I'm not going to go through both of the catalogues, so I have put up a video earlier today that talked about, I did a flip through of the Spring Summer catalogue and the Sale-a-bration brochure, so you can get a good look at all the new stuff and the things that you can order for free. So the stamp set that we're going to be using today is Delicate Details. That is a free stamp set that you can choose from. So the colour challenge, if you don't know what it is, every week, you guys basically help me pick the colours for the colour challenge. So on this video, if you comment three numbers between 1 and 50, I have randomly numbered all of the Stampin' Up colours. I'll show you my chart there. So if you say comment 1, 14 and 37, that's going to give us Dapper Denim, Old Olive and Crushed Curry. So each week we've got a random set of colours, and then I make something with those colours. So this week we have got, which I wouldn't have automatically picked these two colours in particular to go together, but it's Bermuda Bay, Delightful Dijon and Pool Party, and I actually think they, especially these two, coordinate really, really nicely. I really like how these two look together, so hopefully the card will look nice in the end. So those are the three colours. As I said, I'm using the Delicate Detail stamp set. I'm actually going to recreate a card, and I can't seem to find it to show it to you, that I did a couple of weeks back using this. Somehow during the editing, and I managed to cut off quite an important bit of the editing process. You couldn't see all of what I was doing, so I'm going to recreate that card. So I've got a Delightful Dijon card base, excuse me, then I've got a Bermuda Bay matte, and then I've got a Whisper White piece here. I'm going to work on the Whisper White piece first. So I'm going to take our Delicate Detail stamp set, and we're going to do some cleave embossing today. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I absolutely love embossing. It's just so much fun, love it. So I'm going to take the biggest block that you can get from Stampin' Up, which is the F block, and we're going to use all of the stamps in one. So there's 1, 2, 3, 5 stamps. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to stand up. I'm going to take the stamps and lay them down on my grid paper so I can get them kind of straight, and just join that up. Then move that out of the way a sec. Take this one. Actually, I'm going to put this one there, I think. So you can decide what order you want to put them in. There's no right or wrong way. I'm just lining them up to make a pattern. And then we'll pick it up with our block and then stamp all 3 of them at once. So I'm going to line this one up next, and then the last one, I think I'm actually going to put this to the top. So I'm just lining it up with my grid paper, trying to make sure it's straight. If you guys are receiving me and see me clearly, let me know in the comments, that would be awesome. So I've lined those up, and I'm going to take my block and just pick them all up. It's not quite straight. Whoops. This is a good way of making sure that any of your photopolymer stamps are straight, actually. Line it up on your grid paper first, and then put your block down, and you can pick them all up at once. And they should be nice and straight then for us to do our stamping. Let me just grab my PS mat. And I've just wrapped my PS mat in a piece of grid paper so I don't get the actual mat dirty. Then we're going to take our embossing buddy and wipe over our piece of Whisper White. This is just to get any oils off, because you've got oil on your hands and the embossing powder will stick to those oils, and we don't want that. So I'm just going to ink up my stamp, just doing that off to the side here, with Versamark. If you don't know what Versamark is, it's a clear, sticky ink. And oops, there we go. It's really sticky so that the embossing powder will obviously stick to it. And just ink it up again. You probably can't see where I've stamped, but I can just about make it out. So then I will line it up as best as I can. Okay. So now I've done that, I can move that stamp out of the way. Whoops. Get my clear embossing powder, which I've just got here in a tub, and sprinkle that over. And you can see now where I have embossed. Okay, so you can see there now we've got our pattern. I'll move this out of the way, because otherwise I will knock it over and get embossing powder everywhere. Okay, I'm going to grab my heat gun, it's just over here, and you know what, I can see I've missed a bit of embossing. 1 second. Just got a little spot there. There we go. I'd missed a little spot there, but I've got it. So, okay, heat gun now. It's going to get a little bit loud, so just bear with. I'm just going to hold this down. And hopefully you'll be able to see it start to change. It'll go from powdery to nice and shiny. I'm just following it along. And I think I've got it all. Let's have a closer look. Oh no, I've missed a bit in the middle. Okay, I've got it all now. I'm going to hold it up and see if you can see the pattern. So it's nice and embossed now. So, next thing to do is wipe away all this embossing powder I've got everywhere. And I'm going to take the Pool Party first and then the Bermuda Bay ink. And I'm going to start adding the ink to the top of our pattern, and then you'll really see the pattern pop. So I'm just going to ink up my sponge and starting at the top, just very, very gently, just start adding some colour. And you can see already, actually let me do it with this hand, there we go. You can see it's starting to really pop now. I absolutely love heat embossing. I did think to do this with the silver embossing powder, so I might give that a try and see how it turns out. But I really like it with the clear. So I'm going just about halfway, adding more colour to the top and not so much in the middle. And then I'm going to flip it around and start with the Bermuda Bay on the other end. And hopefully these two colours will blend quite nicely together. I think they will. And again, adding more colour at the top. And blending it down to the middle. I think these two colours do look quite nice. And then you just keep doing this until you're happy with how much colour you've got. And just blend it out, slightly overlapping where the Pool Party got to, and blending in those two colours together. And then I'm going to go back in with some Pool Party now, and again slightly overlap and mix those two colours in the middle. And I think I'm quite happy with that. I think that looks quite good, doesn't it? So I'm just going to grab a baby wipe. I'm just going to grab one. And this is just to wipe off the excess ink, because at the minute the ink is sitting on top of the embossing. So if you just take a baby wipe, give it a quick wipe over, then it'll really show up the pattern. I think that looks pretty nice. I'm just going to pop another light on. There we go. So you can see now how beautiful that pattern is. Just by using all of the stamps in one, you can get quite a nice pattern, I think. Right, and the other colour was Delightful Dijon, So we're going to do a little bit of stamping with that colour. And for this one I'm using the Garden in Bloom stamp set. I haven't used this one for a while and I thought the sentiment in it was quite nice. And it will go, I think, quite nicely. So we're going to stamp that in Delight for Dijon. It's photopolymer, so I'm using my PS mat again. Okay. So just ink that up. I've been inking up once. And then we're going to ink it up again. But this time I just need the word friend. So I'm going to ink that down, stamp that down the bottom. And I'll show you what we're going to do with that in just a second. I'm going to grab the 2-inch circle punch and punch this one out. And you are going to cut off some of the word friend, but that's fine. Because we're going to cut that one out now. Just grab your snips and take your time. And cut that out. When you're cutting something like this or fussy cutting, keep your scissors still and just move the piece of card or whatever it is you're cutting, and it will cut out quite neatly. So, card base. I'm going to grab our pieces now and put this all together. We've got our card base. Now I'm going to close this because otherwise I'm going to put my fingers in it. And this is going to stick onto the Bermuda Bay piece. Whoops. Do it so you can actually see what I'm doing. Be a good idea. Okay. How nice does that look? I love it. And I did want, oh there we go. Dimensionals I think will be better. So I'm thinking of doing a monthly live meetup and maybe plan a few more projects. So today I'm just doing this one card, but if that's something that you guys would be interested in, please leave me a comment and let me know, and I will plan an event for next month live, and I can have a few projects planned. If there's anything in particular you would like to see, then you can let me know. And this we're going to pop up on dimensionals as well. And also for next week's colour challenge, I'll need you to comment on this video, whether you're watching it live now or the playback, and leave me a comment with 3 numbers 1 to 50 so we can get on colours for next week. And this I'm going to place there. And then the word friend that we cut out, just using the edge of my dimensionals. Make sure you use all the edges of your dimensionals because they're really useful. And pop that on there, just to make that word stand out. Just got a piece of Whisper White for inside. There we go. Just to add a little bit of bling to the front, I've got the Bermuda Bay sequin trim. I'm just going to pull off a few sequins. This is usually actually how I tend to use my sequins. I pull them off and use them individually. I don't usually use it as the full trim generally. And then I'm going to take the fine tip glue pen and just add a dot where we want the sequin to go. Remember with this, don't squeeze it too hard because it's really runny. You don't want it all coming out. So, just adding the sequins. And then that will be this card finished for this week. And a couple up here as well. Oops. One more. I think down the bottom. Whoops. And there we go. So that is our card done. If you would like to make something with these colours, that would be awesome. And then you can, I'll leave a link in the description. You can go over to my Facebook page and post the picture there. That would be really, really cool. So the colours were Delightful Dijon, Bermuda Bay and Pool Party. And I think they go really nicely together. And the stamp set, you don't have to use the same stamp set as me, obviously. Use which ones you've got. But this one, the delicate details, I think it's really, really pretty. And it was free, so it's even better. If you want one as well, all you have to do is place an order with me of £45 or more, and you can choose this for free or anything else in the Sale-a-bration brochure. If you need one, as I said, or the spring-summer catalogue, just let me know. Leave me a comment and I will get one in the post to you as soon as possible. So that is it for today. Remember to leave me a comment with your 3 numbers to help me pick the colours for next week's card. I hope you like this one and you give it a go. Thank you very much everybody who's joined me today, and if you're watching on the replay, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming along and spending some time with me. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe so you don't miss any of my other colour challenges or any of the other tutorials that I put up. I post every Monday, Wednesday and Saturday, so there's always lots of new stuff on my channel. And also on my Facebook page, I have Facebook Fridays, so there's a video there exclusively on Facebook, so I would love to have you. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!